Step 2. Solving the remaining white pieces. In this step, you will complete the entire white side, and in the process of doing that, you will also be solving the first layer of each side as well. So first, you want to rotate the cube until the white cross is at the bottom. From this point on, you will keep the white side on the bottom. So, with our white cross on the bottom, you want to look for all of the corners with white stickers on the top layer. So we have one here, here, and here. Similarly, as in step 1, I'm going to show you a couple of examples that may help you. So in this example, I'm going to start off with this green and red corner piece. So I need to locate first where it needs to go. So, right here. It needs to go right here first, because it's in the middle of the red and green centerpieces. So I'm going to go and turn this until it's right there. So now, once it's right here, directly above where it needs to go, because it needs to go right here, I'm going to apply this algorithm. When white is pointing to the right, you use this. R, U, R prime. And as you can see, it solved this part. So now in this example, I'm going to be using this corner piece in the top layer, the orange and blue one. So, before doing anything, you want to look for where it needs to go. So, you look for the orange and blue centerpieces, which are right here, and you know where it needs to go because it has to go right in between these. So it goes right here. We're placing that one. So you just turn it, and now it's right there, directly above where it needs to go. So now, this time, you use this algorithm. When white is pointing to the front, you use F prime, U prime, F. And as you can see, it solved this piece. So now in this example, I'm going to be using this orange and green corner piece. So first, you want to look for where it needs to go, right in between the orange and green middle pieces. So you turn it until it's right there, above where it needs to go. And now you apply this algorithm. This time white is pointing towards the top, so you use R, U, 2, which means you turn the top layer twice. Then you do R prime, U prime, R, U, R prime. And that just solved that piece. Alright, so now in these next few examples, we're going to be looking for white corner pieces that are in the bottom layer. So all of these pieces. Now sometimes the pieces are already in its correct spot, like this orange and blue corner piece. It's already in its correct spot because it's right in between the orange and blue centerpieces. However, pieces like this green and orange piece are in between the green and red centerpieces. So you know that has to be changed. And to do this, I'm going to show you another few examples that may help you. So once all of the corners with the white stickers that were in the top layer are correctly solved, you must look at the ones that are in the bottom layer. Sometimes you do not have to do this if all of the corners with white stickers were located in the top layer in the first place. However, when they do, there's no need to worry. All you have to do is first bring them up to the top layer and continue as usual. So, to bring them up to the top, you must use the first algorithm, R, U, R prime. Then you can use any of the other algorithms as necessary. Okay, before we move on, I'm going to explain this part about bringing the corner piece to the top by using the R, U, R prime algorithm, because sometimes it's easier if you use R, U prime, R instead. The reason is that it can sometimes save you the trouble of having to use the longer algorithm when the white sticker is at the top. Here, let me show you what I mean. So in this case, if I wanted to bring this corner piece to the top, I would use R, U, R prime. However, now that's making that white piece point to the top, which means you have to use the long algorithm to solve it. So, I'm going to just bring this back and show you what you could do instead. You could use R, U prime, R, which means now you can use a shorter algorithm when white is pointing towards you, like this. Now you just solve that piece. Anyways, that was just a little trick that I made up myself to help me solve a bit faster. But if you don't really care about timing right now, then you can just forget about this trick until you're ready to learn it. So now we can solve all these corner pieces that are at the bottom. This one, this one, this one, and this one. So, first I'm going to start off with this one. So, I'm going to use R, U, R prime. The same algorithm we learned at first. So now, it's already in its right position. It just needs to go right here. So, since white is pointing towards the front, you use F prime, U prime, F. And now it's down here. In this example, this piece is already in its right position. It's just flipped the wrong way. So, you still need to bring it up to the top. So do R, U, R prime. Now it's at the top, and you can use this algorithm when white is pointing up. So R, U, 2, R prime, U prime, R, U, R prime. And now it's where it needs to go. So again, for these last two corner pieces at the bottom layer, I'm going to use R, U, R prime to bring it up. Now I just find these two colors and I turn it so it's in the middle of them, and I can use this algorithm when white is pointing up. So R, U, 2, R prime, U prime, R, U, R prime. And it solved that piece. So now we're going to go towards this piece, which used to be here, but see, sometimes when you solve another piece, it actually brings this one to the top without you having to do anything. So it's already where it needs to go, so I'm going to use that same algorithm, R, U, 2, R prime, U prime, R, U, R prime. And now you've solved this layer. So if you've done all that correctly, you should now be ready for step 3.